Okay, so it seems like we're getting a massive update for Wuthering Waves version 2.0. Now, this wasn't something that I thought I'd be saying, because again, we're very, very early in the kind of updates, and they're going straight from 1.4 to version 2.0. Now, we've gotten a ton of drip marketing, and also a ton of other stuff too, including announcements about the game, and also a new announcement about the PlayStation 5 version, which again, I am super excited for. Wuthering Waves have released an absolute bombshell of information and kind of trailers and everything like that, literally in one day, so we're going to be going through all of them in this video, taking you through what they all mean, who these people are, what we're going to see at this new area called Rinascita, and just kind of making sense of everything for you. But before I get to this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy it, and also go to GameSubs, use my code KAZO, where you can get yourself 10% off a ton of cups and tubs. I definitely recommend going over there. They've got a ton of really cool stuff over there. And let's get back into the video. So Wuthering Waves first kicked off this kind of update announcement thing with a massive trailer for their main page. It's on YouTube, it's on their Twitter, it's on pretty much everything, and pretty much they introduce Rinascita. They say, hey, we're going to be moving on from the Huanglong kind of area, and then we're going to be getting a new area called Rinascita, which we knew from a lot of the drip marketing that we had just literally yesterday. Now, they also drop even more news telling us that it's actually going to be dropping on January 2nd, which is a pretty soon release date if you think about it. I think, you know, the turnaround time has been absolutely amazing, and this might come as, you know, because the drip marketing has come out a little bit later than usual, so it feels like, you know, this update is sooner than usual. But again, it is really cool to see that we're going to be able to see this at the start of the year, and it's a perfect kind of date to get people started because, again, it's pretty much the start of the year. You can't really miss that. But the other big thing as well is that they've also had some other exciting news, which obviously you've probably seen a lot on this channel, which is an update on the PS5 version of Wuthering Waves, which is also coming out on the day of version 2.0, which is January 2nd. They say the PlayStation 5 version of Wuthering Waves is scheduled for release on January 2nd, 2025, coinciding with the launch of version 2.0. Your game progress will be synced across PC, mobile, and PlayStation 5. We'd like to express our gratitude for your patience and support. We can't wait to see you in Rinascita, which again is amazing news. Obviously, we were expecting to see this in Tokyo Game Show, but we didn't, and now they've actually released stuff about it now, which again, is absolutely amazing. And I actually had a video planned for today talking about, you know, the possibility of PS5 coming out and it being released for version 2.0 and also being announced at the Game Awards as well. But that entire video has just been scrapped for this new announcement. So again, that is absolutely amazing news. Now, obviously, that isn't all the news that came with version 2.0. We've got a ton of new stuff, including what the actual Rinascita place looks like, and some new characters that come with it. Now, obviously, let's just have a quick look at Rinascita here. This is the main thing about the trailer, is we've gotten a kind of look at the environment. What this kind of environment is giving me is kind of a little bit of like Italian to French kind of, you know, vibe kind of thing. I don't really know exactly what it is, but it definitely looks a lot more European than the previous place we saw, because obviously Huanglong is a very like Asian sounding place. It's a very Asian inspired place, but this place is probably going to be more European, and it's going to be a little bit like Fontaine, I'm pretty sure. I think Fontaine is the best thing to kind of, you know, put it up against and to kind of compare it to, because obviously they have a similar kind of style. All the buildings have a similar style using the kind of like chalky marble stuff. So again, it's going to be very cool to see what kind of happens in this area, and it's going to be really refreshing to see what kind of cultures they can actually bring to the game, because again, it's going to be completely different cultures to what we've seen already. Now, obviously, you know, we have like Rover walking around and stuff. Now, the reasoning that they actually give us for going to Rinascita is that we're trying to cure something to do with Abby, about her being hungry and sleepy all the time. So again, it's going to be very interesting to see what kind of lore actually stems from this. And yeah, we've got like a few character teasers as well, and that's what we're going into next, which is even more marketing. Now, obviously, I talked yesterday about, you know, a lot of this stuff that came out. Obviously, you had like the mask and things like that. But Wuthering Waves just didn't leave it up to kind of like people's own imagination for a couple of weeks just to let it sit and it be an actual teaser. No, they couldn't even wait 24 hours until they actually released pretty much the answers to what these items actually mean. And this is through the drip marketing of the characters. So we have the first character here, who is called Phoebe. Again, she looks absolutely amazing. Obviously, you know, she looks a little bit like Navia, I would say. Again, I don't want to compare it to Genshin too much, but they say, message from Rinascita, may the Sentinel guide those who are lost. She looks like a very interesting character. Again, that's the staff that we saw in the drip marketing. Her character design is a little bit basic, but it'll be really cool to see what kind of moveset she has and stuff like that, and to see, you know, what kind of aspect she brings to the story and everything like that. So again, it's going to be interesting to see what she's like, because again, she does look basic at first, but until we actually see the trailer and see what she's like in game, I think, you know, we can't be too quick to judge her. Then we go on to the next one, which a lot of people are excited about, is Brant. Now, Brant is a new character. I think he's like kind of like sailor character. Obviously, you got the anchor here. We've got like a hat, which I definitely think is going to be a big part of Rinascita. I think there's going to be a big like harbor kind of area, and it's going to be very like involved with like, you know, maybe the sea. And maybe we'll even get a fishing mechanic in Wuthering Waves, you never know. But again, Brant looks absolutely amazing. He's got kind of like a jacket that's almost like Hal from House Moving Castle, which I think is really, really cool. And I really like his overall design. It looks very interesting and it's very kind of like sailory. And even as someone who doesn't really like to pull male characters in gacha games, I might actually give him a pull. He seems pretty cool. I mean, I'm kind of hoping that he's a 4-star, so I don't have to pull on him as a 5-star. But to be honest, if he is a 5-star, man, I might have to pull him. Now, obviously, he is associated with the mask that came up. Now, this is the last character that I'd expect to be associated with this mask. But again, I've been proven wrong here. So again, he's a kind of like sailor type character. It's going to be interesting to see what he's like. Again, the low-cut shirt as well. A lot of people are absolutely screaming over. And obviously, you know, people are simping for him quite a bit. And as you can probably tell, I'm kind of simping over him as well. But it says the course is determined, time to set sail. So again, more like sea kind of analogy stuff. Now, the next one, obviously, is a very, very exciting one, is Roccia. Now, I don't know if I pronounced that right. It could be Rosia. It could be, you know, Roccia, I guess. I don't really know. I don't really know how they kind of pronounce it. We'll have to wait and see whenever the game comes out. They say, message from Rinascita, Pearl's tummy is rumbling, inspiration, don't be shy. So again, this is a very interesting character too. We've got a very kind of interesting take on a kind of like European style. And this is what's really cool about Rinascita, is the overall character design. They're not afraid to go kind of weird and kind of wonderful with this kind of stuff, because again, they're going for some kind of like elegant kind of style with this. And obviously we had characters like Brandt and stuff like that, but a little bit more like modern and stuff like that, which again look great. Then also we have people like Roccia here, who actually look kind of interesting and have some kind of like weird elegant design to her, which I really, really like. Now obviously there's a lot of stuff floating around on Twitter and stuff where people didn't really like her design, but honestly, she looks really good and I don't really get what people were on about. I do think her design's really cool, and obviously her item is, you know, kind of paired up with the box that we saw, or the suitcase, or whatever you want to call it. And it seems like she controls this kind of demon thing that is inside of it. So that's going to be very interesting to see what kind of happens with that. She does look very mysterious. Could be like a sparkle kind of type character. You never know. Could be something completely different. The next character is Zani. Again, sorry if I pronounced that wrong. She looks really, really cool as well. Obviously, a lot of these character designs are very different. I think this is where Wuthering Waves have really shined, is the kind of like broadness of character designs they've actually introduced into the strip marketing. I think her character is very cool, and I think I'll definitely be pulling for her whenever she comes out. She does look very, very cool and like very like militaristic, but at the same time kind of like edgy. I don't know. I kind of like it. A lot of people have been liking it. I've seen a lot of posts on Twitter. And of course, she also has the typical Chloranda button struggle there. So again, her buttons are fighting for dear life, but I do think she's one of the best drip marketed characters in Wuthering Waves at the moment. And then finally, one that people have been waiting for a very long time. This has been, you know, kind of people have been talking about this character for ages, which is Carlotta. Now, it might be Carlotta. I'm sorry if I pronounce this wrong again. Again, we're going to have a kind of situation as we had with Fontaine, where people don't really know how to pronounce characters' names and stuff like that, just because of the whole European kind of vibe to it. But again, it is very exciting. People have been talking about this character, and I definitely want to pull her too. Again, she looks very interesting. I'm not really sure how she's going to work. It looks like she's going to be a 5-star gun character, which is something that we haven't seen much in Wuthering Waves at the moment, which again has gotten people very interested. Again, she kind of lines up with this shotgun crystallized thing, which obviously we saw in the teaser as well. And again, she's going to be an all-around very interesting character. She actually, you know, appeared at the end of the trailer here, kind of sitting there with a tea. So maybe we're going to see her first. It just kind of gives me the vibe that she's going to show us around. I don't really know. Maybe one of the other characters will. But I am super interested in what all of these characters have to do with the story, how quickly we're going to see them, you know, how they're going to interact, because again, the character designs are absolutely amazing. I don't care if you think they're mid or anything like that, because they're not. You can't tell me that all of these characters are under-designed. All of these characters look amazing and they look unique. Now, Phoebe, I could see why you say she looks a little bit bland, but at the same time, I don't think it's the biggest of issues. I do think she does have enough personality, and you just got to give her some time whenever it comes to this story as well. But to all of the people saying that Wuthering Waves was end of service, and that was the end, you know, they're not making enough money, well, look at this, you know, this kind of proves how much Wuthering Waves care, how much Wuthering Waves have put effort and work into a lot of these versions. And it also proves, you know, that it's not going to be end of service, and it's not going to be end of service anytime soon. A lot of these characters are going to sell well. I can literally say that hands down. There is no kind of like speculation about that. They do appeal to a very, very big audience, and this has captured the attention of so many people. I mean, you know, some of these have like 1 million views already, and it's only been 3 hours. I mean, that's absolutely insane for Wuthering Waves. And a lot of this drip marketing has definitely kind of helped to promote the game even more. So again, I'm super excited for all of these characters to come out. That is pretty much all of the information we have about Wuthering Waves and Rinascita at the moment. Now, obviously, I don't know if they're going to release any more kind of drip marketing or anything like that, but I'll definitely keep you guys updated as soon as possible, like I have with the past 2 videos. You know, keeping you up to date literally on the day that it comes out. Because again, Wuthering Waves, for God's sake, please stop releasing stuff at 4 AM my time. I can't handle it. I have to wake up and be like, oh damn it, they released even more trip marketing. Oh no, I'm gonna make a video now. They've absolutely threw my other video in the bin about the PS5 version as well, which I'm kind of angry about. But to be honest, a lot of this stuff kind of makes up for it anyways. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this. Do you think that Rinascita is going to be a good place? And what kind of things are you excited to come? Are you excited for any of these characters or any of these items that might be coming to Rinascita? Or are you excited for something completely different? Just let me know down in the comments, because again, I'm very interested to see what kind of entices people to play this update. But yeah, that's about all I got for this video. If you did enjoy it, then don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And if you want to see my reaction to the Rinascita teaser, then it will be out on my More channel. It's out right now. I'm over there reacting to it. Again, I try to react to it as quickly as possible for it coming out at 4 AM. So yeah, go over there, check it out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.